Bro, sales calls are so easy. About 7 minutes in, I start talking about my service instead of just doing one client where, you know, the scenario is always going to be different. Even if you fail or you succeed with this client, the next client is going to be different. His mind was blown. He did not know what to say. We have to make as much effort at the start as possible. We even help you reconstruct your offer if it's not adequate, if we don't think that it's up to par, because anything that helps you sell will help us convert that meeting, you know? Here's what I currently do for lawyers and agencies. I collect. What's up, guys? Didn't want to interrupt. Arya was there on fire. Thanks, Arya. But yeah, I have something planned. I think Kenny actually gave me this idea. I'm not sure. But I had a sales call with this one guy and he was very annoying, you could say, right? So I recorded it, obviously, because I'm recording every call, every training, absolutely everything. And all of you guys should always record absolutely everything. Like, trust me, it's so worth it. Mainly just to review it yourself, but also for future things like training your manager, training a VA. Like, everything can be used. So record everything. Just do it. And if you have Loom, just upload it on Loom, delete it from your computer if you don't have space, whatever. Anyways, I judged him and I was like, based on the things that he told me, obviously. I don't think you should ever judge anyone, but based on the things that he told me, I collected a deposit from him. So I closed him. And yeah, now I'm ready to start and he's ready to start too. So I wanted to review that sales call live because there's a few objections that I think everyone could learn from. And I saw that in the new suggestions things that we put on, there was a lot of people who wanted for us to review sales calls. So what I'll do is I'll review it right now live, and then I'll upload the actual sales call on the Notion template and on Discord. And then I'll upload this call as the review of that sales call. What does everyone think about that?
It's awesome.
Yeah? Hello? This is me and Adam.
Hello.
Or maybe just me for now. Hey man, how's it going?
It's going good, man. How about you?
Going good. It's going good. Okay, so quick thing. I'm going to try and not stop a lot. A lot of people will not turn their camera on unless you ask them. So a good way to ask them is literally just saying, cool, I can hear you, but I can't see you. That's like the number one thing I use, and it always works.
1 second.
You see? You wouldn't have turned it on if I didn't say that. So what's up, man? Whereabouts are you from?
I'm from Manchester, UK.
I was going to guess that. The accent, it's not that strong though.
Yeah, I don't really have I have a southern accent like London, like around London. But yeah, I live in Manchester.
So building rapport is like the first thing you should do. I suck at it because I honestly don't give a fuck. I'm just going to be dead ass honest. Like, I don't care about people and their lives. I care about my people, obviously. People in Origins, people in mentorship. Like, I care about them. But people that I'm trying to sell to before they become my client, most of my clients are actually my friend. But before they become my client, like I can't pretend that I care. So building rapport for me was always something hard, but it is easy. All you have to do is literally the most basic question. Where are you from? From there, it's piece of cake. You could just say, oh, I actually know someone from there. Even if you don't, just lie. You're not going to question it. It's just going to sound way better. In this case, I talked about his accent because it wasn't that strong, right? And it's something unique to say, right? It just breaks the ice. Anything that you want to say that's unique, just not basic shit like, where you from? Like, how's the weather there? Like, bro, come on, be interesting, right? So that's number one, rapport. It's so easy, so basic. I suck at it, but it doesn't matter. And then the first thing that I start off with is what made you decide to hop on this call? It's also pretty overused, but it just gets them to say exactly what they want in a shorter way and also gets it into their brain that they want to be in this call. So, yeah, how come you decided to hop on the call?
I just kind of want to scale my meetings, I guess. Yeah, get more more clients. Yeah, booked calls.
I'm gonna
sales
awesome.
calls.
So is getting booked calls something that you're struggling with, or something you just are currently getting and want to scale? Like, what is it looking like?
Yeah, I'm getting around four booked meetings a week. I've signed one client so far. I kind of want to scale that so I can grow and learn faster.
That's good. That's good. What are you currently doing for outreach?
So I was doing cold calls, but I kind of stopped that. I'm doing SMS right now mainly.
SMS
and
blast?
Then, yeah, and then
that's working.
Yeah, it's working decently. Yeah, I'm calling the warm leads from there, and usually it goes well. Sometimes, I'd get them on sales meetings and I'd close them if I leave them with contract. If I don't give them an urgency, to sign a contract or whatever, they just ghost pretty much.
Yeah.
So yeah, and sometimes I get no shows as well.
How much are you currently sending on SMS? So for the next maybe 5 to 7 minutes, I do some sort of reverse thing, and this is how I structure my game plans too. So literally, what I do is I ask him what results he's currently getting. He said 4 booked calls a week. So I structure it down to exactly how he's getting them. How much is he sending of what in order to get those 4 booked calls? Because if I'm going to offer something in regards to outreach, then I can simply do more than he's doing and sell him on that. It's literally that easy. So literally, I just asked him, how many booked calls are you getting? 4. Okay, 4 a week. Sure. What are you doing to get that? He says SMS blast, and I think he said 100 a day. Cool. So if I send 1,000 a day, I'll get him 40 booked calls a week. The math is so simple, but he can't figure that out, right? Obviously, right? So that's where I come in. I offer him this dream thing that he has no idea how to get, even though he knows how to get it, right? And that's pretty much what I do. So you could call it qualification questions. I like to reverse the funnel to where I find out exactly, in this case, he already has results which is booked calls. But a lot of agency owners that I have on sales calls don't have results. So it's a little bit different. Here's the thing. We have a very different way of doing outreach on Facebook. We basically do a lot of... So about 7 minutes in, I start talking about my service. Bro, sales calls are so easy. You just collect all the information in a smart way, like I just did, where you do like this reverse funnel thing. And then you just spit out your offer as the complete solution of what they want to get. So let's say that this guy's here and he wants to get here. He has 4 booked calls a week. He wants to get to 40 booked calls a week. My offer is what gets him from here to here, literally. But you have to say it in a way that makes it so it's the exact solution of his points. Join a bunch of groups. And then from there, we start adding some people, some targeted people with keywords. And then from there, there's like a little section that's called like members with things in common. So once you start adding some people, those people will also use the pen, bro. The pen makes you look smart as fuck. Like just have the pen out, bro. Will always be, coaches or whatever you're targeting, right? And then once we go onto the members with things in common, then we add in DM people who have certain target keywords. For example, coach, owner of, CEO. So depending on your niche, obviously you have a different niche, we would do different keywords. And that's why the DMs work so well at a low volume, just because we just have such targeted things, So what do you think if we did a combination of both of those things?
Sorry, a combination of what? Facebook and what?
Facebook, and then we just take care of your SMS and scale it. So what I offered him was a scaled version of what he's currently doing with SMS Blast, plus another service. So he thinks he's getting 2 for 1, but he's not.
Yeah.
I mean, he is, but then you pretty much have to do no outreach. We would have VAs handling your calls, SMS, etc. So literally you just be getting booked calls and you just have to show up to them. So I said that specifically because he said, I have a job. I don't have time for this or that or that. I always use Kenny as an example because he has a job. He has a girlfriend. He has this and that or whatever. So he has no time, right? But he still runs a successful agency. So I always use Kenny as an example. Mr. 0 to 10K in 30 days. That's my number one example. So this guy was like, I have a part-time job. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, bro, that's not an excuse. But obviously I have to say it in a nicer way. So I'm like, bro, don't worry about it. Then we'll handle everything. And then you make it so people can only schedule when you're free. And then you only have to show up to the book calls. It's as simple as that. What call was this? Mentorship. It was the new offer that I pushed out for the outreach thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you guys work with do LinkedIn as well? Or?
No, we're focused on like one thing only, So yeah, I mean, since you have a 9 to 5, and I'm sure you have like other things going on, you can pretty much schedule a time where like everyone can book sales calls at that time, I don't know, like a 4-hour bracket or something like that a day. You'll always be able to take those calls,
Yeah, I'm thinking of switching to a part-time role quite soon to focus more on scaling my agency.
100%. All right, man. Well, I'm gonna cut straight to the price. We're gonna charge $1,500 a month. Okay. So before I get onto that was the first ever objection of that call. Was I don't have time, which is bullshit. Everyone has time. And if you're not making $1 million a week, then you have time or you're doing the wrong things, right? It's as simple as that. And you have to communicate that to them in some sort of way. I don't like to waste time in sales calls. So I just cut to the price straight away. And I'm dead ass honest with them. And you're going to get 30 booked calls guaranteed. Bro, I didn't even know my offer by heart. So I was looking at my fucking phone. Fully refund you.
So is that 30 for the month?
Correct. 30 every month.
30, okay.
30 is the minimum. We've usually been getting around over 50. We just like to keep a baseline so people kind of know what the minimum is to expect.
Yeah, I mean, my thing is like...
When you say your price, just be dead ass serious, bro. And don't talk that much. Just say the price. Like, don't get nervous about saying the price. Just say it.
Because I have signed a client recently due to onboard today. I was thinking maybe it would be better if I actually learn how to properly service deliver before I take on those booked meetings or booked sales calls.
So here's another objection. He came into the call saying, I'm ready to get more booked meetings. And now he's like, wait. Let me make sure that I can do the service delivery so I can handle more clients. In other words, he's saying he's broke, okay? In this scenario, obviously, because he heard the price and he said that, which has nothing to do. It has no correlation. But I know that he said that because of the price. So I handle this, I think, pretty well.
So I can have a greater chance of closing those sales calls, if that makes sense. So I don't just waste a whole flow of kind of...
you wouldn't be wasting. It would speed up your learning process. Don't you think that if you took on more clients, you would learn the service delivery faster? You would have more scenarios where you would learn different things. And therefore, scenario A with this client would help you with that client, for example, instead of just doing one client where, the scenario is always going to be different. So even if you fail or you succeed with this client, the next client is going to be different. His mind was fucking blown. He did not know what to say. Your chances of taking on 5 clients and losing 4 of them are better for your future than just taking on 1 client and trying your best with that client. Almost everyone loses their first client. Me, Joel, Thomas, Charlie, everyone's lost their first client. It's based on learning when you start off. So the more opportunity you have to learn. Actually, my first client re-signed with me. The faster you'll learn, the better you'll learn, the more scenarios. After I failed too.
Yeah, it makes sense. Do you have any examples of bringing in nutritionists / dietitian?
No, we've never done that. We've done real estate. We're doing med spas with Thomas right now. We've done agencies. That's about it for this offer. It's pretty new. We also have some other people, but we haven't started with them yet.
Have you not done
roofing? No. We've done gyms, but not really in particular coaches.
So if you were to do coaches, how would you just implement the same outreach systems, or how would you?
Okay, so here he kind of got me, but he didn't because I outsmarted him. Obviously, he was like, "Have you ever worked with my niche?" And I haven't. So I'm gonna be honest. No, I didn't work with your niche, but I back it up with reinforcing how good my system is.
Correct. The outreach system is basically always the same. It's just the targeting that changes. So we know that our systems work, and we know that we have enough knowledge for the targeting, no matter the niche. So it'll always work.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds interesting. Can you show me like maybe the screenshot of like how you implement some of the?
Yeah. Give me a sec. Okay, so here I just show him like some client stuff, I think. I just kind of show him the systems.
So we track as much as we possibly can.
Can you show me one of the gym examples if you have it available?
I mean, for gyms,
I didn't have anything directly. I only had like a video testimonial. Bro, as soon as I showed him that testimonial, bro was locked in.
We showed them our systems and stuff, and they were like, cool. Like, I know a bunch of agency owners that would want this. Like, let me just resell this. So they started white labeling our services, and they started targeting. They were very specific targeting. So they were only targeting agencies that worked with gyms directly. So agencies that offered ads for gyms, et cetera, et cetera. And so we did the training for the VAs and everything, and then they would do like the front end. And at one point, we even got to 10 booked calls in one day for one of their clients. I don't have that exact statistic because they were using their own trackers, but I do have his testimonial if you want to watch.
Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Marcus Pizarro, and I cannot recommend Viraffic and Arturo enough. You know, he brings me high qualified and well-trained managed VAs that are ready to do the work for me. You know, just a little bit about me. I run an agency. I've been doing it for 5 years, and his VAs are top-notch A players. I've had VAs for the past 3 years, and these VAs that he's giving me, to put it frank, are blowing the waters out of the past VAs I've had. These guys are well responsive. They are hitting their KPI. These guys understand my mission, my company culture. They understand what we're here, what we're looking to accomplish together. Thank you, Arturo and the team. If you are on the fence about getting a VA, number one, for your agency or you're a lawyer, leverage your time. You are a business owner, and you need to be 30,000 feet above your business, not literally in the trenches doing it all the time. And that includes IGDMs. You need to outsource it to a VA, especially a well-trained VA with Viraffic. All right. So thank you, Arturo. Get yourself a VA from him.
Yeah. So he's talking about
them 10 calls a day, or
no. The biggest day was 10 days, 10 calls in a day. But yeah, I mean, he's booking around 1 to 2 a day right now on average. That's what he's hitting. And obviously, if the virtual assistant, after being trained and placed, is not able to hit those KPIs and those numbers, then we replace them.
So here's more reassurance in case it doesn't work, in case the offer doesn't work. Is everyone with me, by the way? Does this make sense? Okay, cool. I thought this was a really good example. He has a few objections.
So like, would you guys like do some research on the niche and
of course, we have to. Yeah. We have to make as much effort at the start as possible. We even help you reconstruct your offer if it's not adequate, if we don't think that it's up to par, because anything that helps you sell will help us convert that meeting, you know?
Makes sense.
There's a little bonus.
So if you would like to book 25, if you ended up booking 25...
if we book 29 calls, we're refunding you. Like, we say that 30 is the minimum guarantee, but that's not our goal at all. If we like finish off at 30, then that would be bad for us.
More reassurance.
Yeah, that's cool. It definitely sounds interesting. Only thing is, I think I should be able to pay, around next week, max 10 to maybe 2 weeks, like maximum, till I get paid. Okay. But yeah, it's definitely sounding interesting. I think I'm gonna go for it for sure.
No worries.
Okay, so if they say this, it's a big objection. I'll be ready to pay in X amount of time. What do? Type in chat what you would do.
That is a good answer.
Ask for pay now and pay later. A little deposit up front. Outline missed opportunity cost. That's good. I like that.
Also, target their pain points too. That's another good one. Just like go back to the pain that they're not getting enough book calls.
Yeah, 100%. In this case, I went for a deposit. And here's the thing about a deposit. With pay now and pay later, they still are going to say no, bro. It depends on your niche as well. Like, some people are broke as fuck. First month, $0. Second, $3K. That's avoidable, bro. Here's what I currently do for lawyers and agencies. So for both of them, I collect a $50 deposit. That's it. I've never had someone pay a deposit and not close after, because $50 psychologically is the only thing that you would need, no matter how expensive the service is. In this case, this is $1,500 a month. A $50 deposit is enough for your brain to be fully emotionally invested, as well as financially, because $50 is small, but it doesn't look small. Don't do any deposit under $50. But if you want to, like, $50 is ideal for me because everyone can afford it. Before I started generating the pay, okay, I'll just tell you guys
deposit. How does that sound?
A deposit? Can you do? Hold on, let me check my.
The deposit's small, don't worry, but it's just to show your commitment and just to make sure that you're actually interested, so we can actually get started with some research, hiring the VAs, making your script, and then we can get started even quicker whenever you're ready.
Yeah, I can only do like around £100 deposit right now.
So I didn't even tell him the price of the deposit. I just had a little deposit. Bro said $100, £100. So I could have just gotten the £100, but I was nice. So I said, cool, $75 deposit.
That's fine, bro. We're only gonna do $75 deposit. That's all we do.
That's after I had already generated the link for the $50, but I just squeezed an extra 25, bro.
Yeah, that's fine.
I really do think, honestly saying, I really do think that your niche will work really well on Facebook.
Yeah.
Some more reinforcement. Because at this point, I've already wasted 22 minutes of my life. So I had to go all in. I usually just send them a payment link on Zoom in the chat. Literally just put the payment link there. And yeah, I mean, that's literally about it for the sales call. After that, I just talk about random stuff while they're paying, just so it's not awkward. Because I know some of you guys like to just sit there. Obviously, you'll get paid faster, but bro, it's just awkward as fuck.
By the way,
just talking about random shit.
Would you be able to do an installment plan for the 1500?
And then he asked for an installment plan. So we set up a different type of deal, which was, I think it was, instead of it being monthly, it would just be a one-time thing. And then once he closed someone from those 30, we would switch to a monthly thing. Of course, bro, we'll do a Q&A. But yeah, pretty much the objections in this call were, started off by saying, yeah, I'm looking to get more booked calls and scale my agency, whatever. And then he said, first objection was, I do not want to get more clients before 100% learning the service delivery. So that was like the first thing. The second thing was, I'm not ready to start now, in like a week or so. And then the third thing was a deposit, but that was pretty easy to do. I think there were some other like smaller ones, like the niche that I've never worked on a niche and stuff like that. But other than that, yeah, I feel like I handled that pretty well. What would you guys rate that? 0 out of 10. Other than the report, obviously, because we didn't not talk about that. What would you guys rate that 0 out of 10? Type in chat. Oh, let's go. Thank you. All right. Did you guys find that helpful? I know it was pretty requested. Yeah, perfect. Okay. So when I upload this call, I'll upload the actual sales call too, so you guys can watch both of them. But yeah, let's do some Q&A. Yeah, we could do raised hands or just unmute yourself and just ask. What's up, man?
I'm good. So I just have a few questions. So, with cold calling and sending DMs, should I just go off by doing it by myself, or would it be better if I just hired VAs?
Do you know how to do it yourself very well?
I am learning currently. But yes, I am doing it.
So here's one of the rules that I always follow. I will never hire someone until I know the service myself, because if I don't know the service myself, I'm unable to teach someone else how to do it.
Okay.
So as soon as you fully know how to do it yourself, then go for it.
All right. And with my contact details, is there any specific type I should hand out to them, or just my phone number to my clients, potential clients?
No, they're not. They're never gonna call you, bro. You're gonna be calling them.
All right.
If there's gonna be cases where you're gonna call them, you're gonna get the front desk and they're gonna be like, cool, just leave me your number and name. 99.999% of the time, they will not call you back. Never take that as a win.
All right. And how would I make people want to take action towards my business and my service?
Easy. You do a smaller step of what I did in the sales call. You figure out their pain points, but this is harder because you have less time and you have less time to build rapport and to ask questions. But you pretty much figure out their pain points. It can be generic pain points from whatever niche you're servicing, and then you offer your solution as a completely risk-free solution that they have to get. So you can use scarcity, you can use a completely irresistible offer, guarantees, all of that plays into this. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. And how would I let them believe that my agency is actually authentic?
So you can only really do that with past results. If not, just by being confident, honestly. I've
testimonials.
I've never been asked for a testimonial in my life during a sales call. Every time that I've ever showed one, like for example, in this call, it was voluntarily. I've never ever shown a testimonial or been asked for one. Never ever. So if you're just confident.
So is there a minimum or maximum price I should start with my first few clients, or just go for the base?
How to price your services? Very simple. However much you're making them, figure out their profit. So Dylan, which is one of my mentorship students, he's doing car detailing. From his service, he makes a car detailer. Arya, were you there in the call? Was it 12K? Was it 12K that he said?
What is this?
Who was there? Benz. Is Benz not Charger?
Yo, what's good? I'm just at the gym, bro.
Yo, were you there? You were there in the mentorship call earlier today, right? A few hours ago.
Yeah. I was there.
Dylan said he made car detailers 12K, right? Revenue.
No, like 15K, I think.
Okay, something around 15. That. Huge number, 5 figures, whatever. And he knows that the car detailer makes 6K profit from his service guarantee. So if the car detailer makes 6K profit, Dylan wanted to charge $900. That makes no sense. If you're making someone 6K realized profit, you should be charging at least 2 to 3K minimum. Because if they're investing 2 to 3K and they're making 3 to 4K, depending on what you price it at, in profit, then it's completely worth it, right? And he's also doing pay at the end of the month. So his offer is completely irresistible.
All right. Well, I appreciate the info. Thank you.
Of course, man. Good luck.
Since no one is asking, can I ask a question? So my offer is 14-day free trial of that database reactivation campaign, right? some reason, like I'm offering 14 days free trial, but for some reason, no one is taking it.
Usually, when your service is free or it's a free trial, people don't value it because
So
getting
what?
stuff for free is just devalued. It's like a girl who's been ran through. No one values that shit, right? It's something that's very hard to get because it's expensive, for example, right? Your service is very expensive. So what I would do if I were you is the basic option to do something like that. What I recommend is to do pay at the end of the month, because they're still paying the exact amount, but they're only paying at the end of the month once you deliver the results. And if you don't deliver, then they don't pay. That's the simplest way. I always recommend everyone to do that rather than a free trial or anything like that, just because in their mind, they're still paying for that and it's valuable. And on top of that, I would also say, try and collect a deposit or some sort of setup fee at the start, just so they're somewhat emotionally and financially invested into your service.
Understood. Thank you.
Switch it to that and let me know how that goes. Stefan, go ahead, bro.
So I have a quick question. How to actually guarantee that clients will show up on the sales call, because I've had some scheduled and no one showed up.
So for that, there's a few things, but your show up rate will never be 100% because some people just don't give a fuck. So how to make them give a fuck? Simple. First of all, a lot of human interaction will help a lot. So a lot of touch points where you're calling them, you're actually talking to them, connecting with them, building rapport before the actual meeting. What I do is we confirm 3 times on the phone the day. We call them 24 hours before as well. And my VA sends them a personalized email with what we're going to help them during that call. So the goal that they filled out in the form and the date and time twice. So overall, 5 times they get to see when the thing is. We also send them a Google Calendar invitation. So no matter what, they'll get an email for an invitation and they'll get on their Google Calendar, it'll also show up. Another thing that we started doing was every single automation that we have allows them to add the scheduled time to the Google Calendar, as well as the scheduled time on all of the emails. So in total, it's like 5 different times where we say the date and time. And then my VA, oh shit, I almost fell back. And then my VA also adds them on LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram and sends them a personalized message saying, hey, my name is Leah. That's her alias. I handle the calls for Viraffic. Just thought we should connect together, blah, 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 whatever.
Yeah, because I did the same as you. We had the call scheduled 2 weeks ahead because I wasn't available.
That's another problem. That's a very, very big problem. You can't do that. People will forget. Max 3 to 4 days. That's what I say.
Yeah, but the problem is because I was on a class trip and I was going Monday and we scheduled it Sunday and she wasn't.
Okay, in that case, I would schedule it and then just follow up with her every single day.
Yes, I did that every single day, but she never saw the message again. And
okay, so if she didn't see the message, you can't expect her to show up to a meeting, right?
Yeah, I didn't even expect her because I was, messaging her every day and she didn't even see. And I was like, she's not gonna show up, but whatever, I'm gonna turn the call on and see if she comes, but she didn't.
Yeah, literally max 3 to 4 days scheduling out. That's literally what I do. 3 to 4 days max. Sometimes I allow it to be 5 if I get fully booked out. That's the only time. 3 to 4 days. Anything more than that, bro, their attention span, they'll be like, what the fuck is this on my calendar, right? I had someone call a lead 20 minutes after they came in and they were like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, what is this? They forget. 20 minutes, bro. A goldfish mine. So you have to plant the seed in their head. We do at least 10 times where we tell them the date and time of the meeting. At least 10 times.
Yeah.
And our show up rate is only 70 to 80%. Who's next? Kenny, you want to talk a bit? I owe you some help. How you doing mentally though?
I'm just a bit tired, but that's good. I'm back on track.
Good to hear.
Yeah, what's up? Stefan, did you have a question? Oh no, Mateo, what's up?
Yeah, I'm kind of the same question I asked in the chat. I have been recently reaching out to translation agency niche, like language companies. But
wow, okay.
Like more than half, yes, it's a weird niche. And I realize why there's no SMMA there. More than half of the accounts that I'm reaching out are either dead or they're just like so big that they have like 3 gatekeepers and their revenue is not that big. So I'm starting to think that maybe it's better time to change to a more proven niche, because I have not heard about a proven successful SMMA or market agency on the space.
Okay, so here's what I have to say to that. My general rule, as Arya said earlier in this call, is that there's no good or bad niche. Every niche has their ups, every niche has their downs. I do not, although there is some exceptions, right? I do not know anything about the niche that you just told me about, so I cannot give my opinion about that. Okay. But here's another basic rule. If the niche has no SMMAs, then it'll most likely be hard to enter because it hasn't been proven before. No one's been on it. But it could be more lucrative. On the other hand, if you go to a proven niche, it's harder to break into because there's a lot more competition and you're likely to make less. Arya, what do you mean?
Let me share screen. I want to show him something.
All right, I got you. Go for it.
Bro, look at this. You said that your leads are dead yet? Oh shit, wait. Which screen can you see? Can you see this Apollo screen? You can,
Apollo.
right?
No, he says
Come down here.
He's reaching out on Instagram, I think. No? Did you say Instagram?
I did cool email and Instagram. Yes.
Okay, cool. Look at this. And you're saying all of these companies are pretty big, right? All these translation companies and stuff are like pretty massive. So like there's 123,000 here. You can come here to employees and you can come here and you can filter out the
just use Artemis.
It won't get you see like the amount of employees in the company, and then now you have all the smaller companies here. And see there's still 56,000.
Is this system free?
Yeah, it's free, but if you want to expert contacts and stuff like that, you do need to pay, I think. But yeah, use a free trial. What country are you targeting?
USA.
No, I mean the guy that's doing translation.
Yeah. I'm international.
Oh, international. So yeah, then you've got all of these companies here, 56,000 companies. And yeah, if you buy this platform, I think you can just chuck it into a lead filterer thing and then just make sure they're verified, and then yeah, you can go.
You could do the same thing on Artemis, and the platform itself verifies it. So you don't ever have to like run it through a bulk verifier.
Oh, true.
Thank you. That's a really good I didn't think about it.
Okay, man.
I just want to add, I think the other thing is that just because one method of outreach doesn't work, like just because there's 3 gatekeepers, it just means that like it doesn't mean that it doesn't work. It just means like you just have to figure out a way to like get past them or get behind them. And the other thing is like with, for example, like real estate agents, like in Australia, there's so many that it's so easy to get an appointment, but it's so hard to get it closed. Compared to like healthcare, it's so hard to get an appointment, but once you get them there, they're more committed and they're more likely to close. So like all niches, there's just different like pros and cons. And then like with, you know, Bora and myself always preaching like do something different or be someone different to like stand out. The fact that you're in a different niche that already separates you, you can always tell them like, oh, well, no one else is doing it. Like, you know, we have no other competitors because like, yeah. And then you can say like, oh, we're the best at what we do because no one else is doing it. You know what I mean? And then from there, you can just kind of like get a meeting there and cold call. You can do whatever you need to do. But if you haven't had any appointments with like the decision maker, I wouldn't really, you know, pull the plug just yet.
It also comes down to your skills, and this is super overlooked. But for example, you can speak Spanish, right? There's a lot of niches, for example, lawyers that I target that want VAs who speak Spanish and English. And for me to qualify a VA that speaks Spanish, I need to be able to speak Spanish with that VA because I have to interview every single VA before I place them onto a lawyer. So you have to look at your skills. And it doesn't just have to be languages and stuff like that, right? I'm just doing that as an example because you speak Spanish. So if you figure out your skills, then every single niche has their little things where your skills can come in and help you a lot. It's all about like exploring, looking into different things, because you'll only learn about a niche once you go into it. Because then the prospects will tell you, hey, like this is what I actually want. When I went into lawyers, I figured out that lawyers wanted something completely different from what I was actually offering, still related to VAs, obviously. So it's about just knowing what skills you have and how you can utilize them towards whatever niche that you're exploring currently. I hope that makes sense. Let's get one more question in. Got another question. Also, I'm just gonna say one thing. I see a lot of new people in here, so I'm really excited for that. So just for all the new people and anyone who's already here, I know I can be a little, rough, but that's just the way I am. I'm just brutally honest. Don't take it like personally. I'm just trying to help as much as I can. So whenever I'm like super honest and just straight up, just know that I have the best intentions to try and help you as much as I can. But I don't want to sugarcoat anything. And the only way that I can help you is by saying what's going on and what's wrong. Obviously I'll congratulate you if something goes well. Like I'll be super proud, but I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Go on, Marathon. Let me know, bro.
Hey, so how do you add the Google Calendar link for your potential clients to add the booking to the calendar?
So on Calendly, I believe it does it automatically. And then if you're using Go High Level, I'll show you right now. I'll share my screen. Let me just open it. I'm pretty sure there's an option for Calendly as well. But for Go High Level, you actually have to enable it. I didn't have it enabled, and I literally I think I missed like 20 meetings. I got 20 no-shows because of it. So on confirmation, allow Google Calendar to send invitation or updates, emails to attendees. Literally, because I didn't check this little fucking text box, I missed 20 meetings and I had to pay almost $50 per meeting. So imagine how much money I just fucking left, right? And then obviously it was so hard to like try and reschedule and whatever. Another thing, have a redirect. What I mean by that is when they schedule a call and they click confirm and they submit the form, it redirects them to this. And in this call, this video helped me a lot to increase my show rate as well. For, I don't remember who asked about
Hey, what's
show
going
rate.
on? Arturo here. If you're watching this, it means you just scheduled a
Shut the
demo call
fuck
with
up.
us.
So basically all I talk about is what's going to happen in this call. And then I talk about how to add the call to your Google Calendar. I cannot like express how important it is to tell them this, okay? What's going to happen in this call, how to add it to your Google Calendar and check all the notifications that we're going to send to you. And the last thing is our no-show policy. So if you don't show up to the call, you will not be allowed to reschedule. We also say that in all of the email automations. It just increases scarcity and urgency for them not to miss the meeting. And then you can add testimonials and some random text here, which is what I do. Yeah, I hope that helps. How can I remember everything I'm gonna ask on sales calls, Arturo? You don't have to, bro. Sales calls shouldn't be something that's scripted. It should be something that just flows naturally. I have no script. I have no presentation. I just talk. And just communicating with them is the most important thing. Just not being a bot, pretty much. Like being an actual human. And a lot of people forget that when they're actually running an agency. And the actual thing that helps you the most is literally just being human. For my outreach, I literally use all lowercase and like random smiley faces and mistakes because it converts more than writing a whole ass good text. Can you believe that? You know how stupid that sounds? For reviewing your calls for improvement. Bro, reviewing your calls is crazy. Even by yourself, just reviewing it yourself, you learn so much. But you should always review it with other people too. I review my closer sales calls, all of them. I don't even take the calls, but I review all of them just because I want him to be better. And if he doesn't hit a certain milestone of close rate, then I haven't been able to train him enough. That's about it. Challenge for next week. I want to make it something in regards to this. I would say most sales calls recorded doesn't have to be closed. Most sales call recorded gets 2 points, plus you'll get everything reviewed by me and Kenny. I love how I just include Kenny in this. Kenny, I'm sorry, bro. So since we didn't do a challenge last week,
good.
2 points for this one, plus you get your sales calls reviewed by me. So live on a call, we'll record it too, so you can rewatch it, and we'll review all of the sales calls that you recorded for that week, starting today. I want to see all the dates and shit. No
If
cheats.
you don't have a sales call, still with your accountability partner, practice one and we can go through it as well.
All right, guys. Well, I hope you all have an amazing week. Write down your daily goals, write down your accountability. I hope this call was valuable. I liked it a lot.
It was Arturo. Thank you for the call.
Of course, man.
Thanks, guys.
See you guys in a bit.
See ya.
Obrigado.
Bye.